Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be transplanting this Ficus Pre-Bonsai tree into its first ever bonsai pot. But before I get into that, I would like to thank my newest subscriber up above, Nigel. It's good to have you as a subscriber. I have been watching your channel for at least the last 2 years, and I believe you are one of the biggest YouTubers of bonsai that there is. And it's a pleasure that after 2 years of watching your channel to have you watching my channel now. So I'm glad to have you, sir. So this bonsai pot is a concrete bonsai pot that I make myself. And if you're interested in how I make these pots, there's a video on my YouTube channel showing you how I make these pots in different sizes and different shapes. But there is two large drainage holes on the bottom of these pots, and so I just take normal window screen and cover the tops of those drainage holes up to keep the soil from washing out. But the first thing I'm going to do is just see if I can work this tree out of its pot, and then I'm going to just rake the root ball in soil, exposing the roots and getting rid of the current black soil that this tree has been growing in. You can see this tree has quite a few aerial roots coming down from it, which as that grows more and more, it will give a lot more interest to this bonsai. You can see that's one of the aerial roots there, and it comes all the way into the soil and is growing down in the soil, which is a good thing. Aerial roots on ficus trees look very beautiful the longer and thicker they get as the tree develops. And if you've ever been to a tropical area and seen ficus trees that are full grown in the wild, you will see that they have huge aerial roots coming down off of them that look almost like secondary trunks of the tree. It's very impressive to see. Trying to see where my rake's at. Now you don't have to get all of the old soil removed when you transplant a bonsai, but the more you get, the better. just because the new soil is going to be bonsai soil instead of this dark or black soil that nurseries often use, and that we use ourselves too when we are growing young trees from seeds or even young cuttings. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, if I really wanted to, I could take this and hose this root ball off outside, but I really don't see a need in getting every single last piece out of there. I don't see any root rot at all, which is a good thing. I see this as being a very healthy young bonsai. So I'm going to just set it right there. Move my new pot over here. And then my bonsai soil is made up of 50% turfus, which is the orange baked clay, and 50% composted mulch. Now the composted mulch has no chemicals added to it, and it has no coloration added to it. It's not been dyed red or dyed black or brown like what you would get from a nursery to do around landscaping around your plants outside. It's just the branches and bark and leaves of a tree that have all been ground up and then composted for at least 1 year. And the front of the tree is going to be this side, the side that's facing the camera. I think that looks good right about there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to spread the roots around so they're not bunched up or not all going in the same direction, to include the aerial roots. And then I will just continue adding more soil. Now, the reason why I like this soil mix so well is because the turfus clay gives you good aeration, so it gives the roots a lot of air, and yet the composted mulch gives you your water retention. So with the aeration, you won't have the issue of root rot that affects a lot of bonsai trees, but yet with the mulch, you will get enough water that the tropical tree will have enough time to absorb the water. So it's a really good mix, and I use it for most of my trees. Sometimes I'll add a little bit more mulch, depending on what the species of tree is, if it's a tropical tree like this one, or I might add a little bit more of the clay if I'm dealing with more of a succulent type species like a desert rose or a jade bonsai tree or something like that. Now I'm just going to take my tool and I'm just going to poke around the soil and around the roots, and I'm just going to make sure that there is soil around all the roots. There's no air pockets left behind. And then I'll continue to add more soil. think that looks really good. I'm going to give you a 360 of the tree. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to just prune this one branch right here in between these nodes of the leaves. Other than that one branch, the tree looks to be compacted and not really needing any more pruning going on. So the only other thing I'm going to do with this tree today is I'm going to give it a good soaking of water, and then I will place it back into where it normally grows. Where it grows is partial sunlight. And other than that, this tree is done for probably the next month before it's going to need any pruning. So I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button also. That helps put this information out to more people with YouTube's algorithm. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll try to answer every question that I get. And until the next video, I hope you have a great day.